may hear Scott momentarily.
To read for the public hearings, just off the agenda.
Sorry?
For the, when you do your intro to
Yeah.
the public hearings, you need to talk about it being Zoom or remote.
Oh, okay.
meeting. And that language is on the agenda. If you want to use that.
All right, next we have Scott.
I didn't see it.
Almost there.
I'll work it out. I didn't see this.
Right
Oh, down here.
there. Yeah,
Okay.
if you just read that.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Nope. Don't need that Zoom right now. There you go.
Okay, it is now 7:30. The Skokie Plan Commission meeting for July 20th, 2020, or excuse me, July 16th, 2020, will come to order. Before we proceed, let me tell you that until further notice, meetings of the Skokie Plan Commission will be held electronically, with petitioners and a majority of the commissioners participating via remote access in order to comply with the state of Illinois stay-at-home order. Members of the public who wish to comment as to an item on the published legal notice must submit their statement or question in writing to the village manager's office no later than the day of the scheduled meeting. And all properly submitted statements or questions will be presented and read during the relevant portion of the meeting. Written comments may be submitted by email to citizencomments, that's one word, @skokie.org, or by mail to the Village of Skokie, Village Manager's Office, 5127 Oakton Street, Skokie, Illinois, 60077. The meeting may be viewed on Skokie Vision Cable Channels 17 and 25, that is 17 for Comcast and 25 for RCN, or via the village website. Okay. I will call a roll call.
Hold on once.
Commissioner Mitchell will be absent today. Commissioner Quain, if you're here, please answer.
I did mute people because of echoing. So if you want to unmute yourself, if I don't get to it first.
Here.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Quain. Commissioner Scott Berman?
Here.
Thank you. Commissioner Melissa Villegas?
Here.
Commissioner Franklin is absent. Commissioner Lex Potty?
Yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Jeff Berman?
Here.
Thank you. Commissioner Ross Bate?
Present.
Thank you, and I am here. Okay, thank you very much. On the agenda tonight, we have two cases that are related. Case 2020-09P, street vacation, Lawndale Avenue. Also, case 2020-10P, subdivision at 8822 East Prairie Avenue. I'm sorry, before I forget, before we proceed, I need to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
So moved.
So moved, second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The minutes have been approved. Thank you very much. Okay, Counselor, was public notice needed for any of these cases?
It was, and in case 9P, 10P notice was proper and correct.
And for both cases, I'm sorry, yes?
That's correct. Both
Thank you.
cases have proper notice.
Thank you very much. Okay. I guess I'll turn this over to Matt. Is that right?
Yeah.
You can go over, okay, Matt's gonna go over the cases, and again, we'll talk about the cases together. Matt?
There are two reports and two items on for public hearing tonight. One is an alley vacation, and then the other is a subdivision. If I could, what
We
you-
can't hear Matt very well.
Turn on your mic,
Yeah.
please.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a street vacation, and in the subdivision, there's an alley vacation too.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Am I gonna echo?
Here, we'll mute.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
There we go.
I think I'm muted now.
But are you on that microphone there? 6 or 1, 2, 3, 4?
Okay, so I'm speaking
Does that
through
work?
this.
Yes.
Okay, okay. I'm
Unless we
sorry.
get another phone call, I think that's,
So, this is all a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah, the two items, the alley vacation, then within the subdivision, there's a street dedication. What you see on the screen, the yellow box is the alley vacation. Essentially, what is being proposed is a swap of properties. That is currently privately owned property that's in the yellow box. Can we go back? There we go.
oh, yeah. There.
Okay, and then you see an alley that's existing that is, yeah, between those two properties. That is actually privately owned and will be dedicated to the city. I'm sorry, the yellow box is currently publicly owned. That is the vacation, and then the dedication will occur for the existing alleyway. Be clear about that.
Yeah.
It would be easy if I could, use the pointer. And then the subdivision essentially brings it all together. There are currently, I want to say 9 lots on that lot 1. And the subdivision essentially will combine all of those lots and then create the lots 1 and 2 and the alley vacation, or the right-of-way dedication for the alley. I apologize. I'm sure this is so confusing. So that is the gist of the request. We are co-applicants with the property owner. This is, I think, something that has been a long time to be addressed, and I know staff has been creative and, try to work through these issues. And essentially, it's not quite a one-to-one swap, but it's something that will allow us to own and maintain the rightful alley, whereas the recipient of the vacation will own and maintain that as a parking lot, which is it's currently used for. So it just kind of makes it right. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions, commissioners?
I have a question, Scott.
Scott, please, go ahead.
So in the end, the synagogue is going to use and occupy what will ultimately be called Lot 1, and the city will use and occupy and expand its public lot at Lot 2. Is that correct?
I don't think this is a swap, from what I understand, unless the applicant can tell me differently. I didn't read that in the report, but
I guess I drove around it a couple times to figure out who's going to wind up with what use, and it all seems fine to me.
yeah.
But I just want to understand
Yeah.
what the future of our public lot is that's on the corner. Then the lot immediately to the west that is the
Right.
subject space, and then the lot to the north of the alley. Who's going to use what how? Are we, the village, going to...
The yellow box will no longer be public parking,
I'm sorry,
Right
I didn't
away.
hear this.
public right-of-way.
Yeah.
Right. And then the alley will be dedicated to the village for maintenance and public use, of course.
So the yellow box will not be part of the public lot. It'll be used by the synagogue.
That's correct, yes.
And the Is that right? Why would the synagogue want a lot?
No,
I don't think that's right.
no, the synagogue is using lot 1.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's lot 1 is the current synagogue parking lot.
Yes,
And the alley goes to the village.
yeah. And then the future lot 2, my question is, that expands the city lot, is that right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, yes, I misspoke there, yes. I'm as confused as,
So looking
I
at the
apologize.
future picture, future lot 1 is all synagogue.
Yes.
Alley is gone.
Yes.
And future lot 2 is all city lot.
yes, I'm sorry. And that is exactly what Mike Wojtek told me, and
And you forgot.
how I should have described this. So,
Okay, and now, one more question. Where is the playground that we hear discussed, that either the synagogue is using or is going to use in the future? Or is that gonna remain as it is, or is that gonna expand?
The playground is going to remain where it is.
Excuse me, would you just give us your name for the record?
Oh, for the record, my name is Debbie Eisenstein. I'm the president of the board of directors of Skokie Valley Agudith Jacob Synagogue.
Thank you.
Okay, so Debbie, just my last question. So the playground that is there on the point, at the northeast point of Lot 1, that will remain as a playground and continue to be used as such. And it is only that parking lot that currently exists physically to the southwest of the playground that will then all be owned by the synagogue. The Lot 1.
In Lot 1.
In lot 1.
yeah,
The lot 1, yes, the lot 1 is our parking, yes, is our parking lot and will continue to be our parking lot.
I understand now. I got it.
Okay.
Can someone explain what the swap is then? Because you mentioned that you're swapping, like, the village gets the alley, and it's because it sounds like you're already using your lot for the synagogue, and then the other lot was a public lot, so what swap occurred?
yeah, maybe it's not the best, that's probably not the best word, but we are receiving the alley dedicated as public right-of-way. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I understood it a little differently until Scott summarized it so well. But, you know, I'm just going off of notes that I had from conversations. Yeah.
My understanding is there's no swap to the synagogue is not gaining anything in addition.
Okay.
We are vacating the alley to the village as was done unofficially years ago. We're just completing a process. Is my understanding.
My understanding in all this is that this is just a way of cleaning up our records.
Right.
Any other questions?
And one follow-up question. So the future Lot 2 public lot will remain physically unchanged. It will still be a large public lot at that corner, parking the same number of vehicles in the same spaces as previously.
Yes, I think the operative word is everything is going to remain unchanged except on the plats. So it's just
Understand.
paperwork essentially.
Okay, any further questions? None? For the record, we have not received any comments or questions pertaining to either of these cases tonight. There is no one here in Village Hall who, in the audience. So I guess I'm ready for a motion. We need to vote on these cases separately. So I need a motion for case 2020-09P, the street vacation.
So moved?
Scott,
Second.
thank you, thank you, thank
Is that a
you.
motion to approve, I'm assuming?
Okay,
Yes, it is.
Yes, presented.
yes, presented, thank you. I'll call for the vote. Commissioner Quinn,
Aye.
Commissioner Scott Berman,
Aye.
Commissioner Villegas,
I,
Commissioner Franklin is absent, Commissioner Lexpati,
We're still in the process of unmuting. Want to give a thumbs up, Dakshis? There you go.
Okay, thank you, Dakshis. We'll take that as an aye. Commissioner Jeff Berman,
Aye.
Commissioner Matei,
Aye.
thank you, and I'll vote aye. In case 2020-10P for the subdivision and alley swap, I'll call it. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Who's this?
Dakshis, motion to approve as presented.
Dakshis, are you gonna make a motion
Yes,
to approve or to approve as presented?
yes.
Okay, do I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Jeff. Call for the vote. Commissioner Queen?
Aye.
Commissioner Scott Berman?
Aye.
Commissioner Villegas?
Aye.
Commissioner Lex Potty?
Aye.
Commissioner Jeff Berman?
Aye.
Commissioner Matei?
Aye.
And I'll vote aye. And both these cases still have to go before the Board of Trustees at some date in the future for final approval. And any other business before the commission? Well, thank you for joining, and thank you, everybody, for being on Zoom tonight. And I wish you all a safe and happy weekend, and
You as well.
stay safe out there.
Take care, everybody. Thanks,
Good night.
everybody.
Have a good night. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, thank you.
This meeting's
Bye.
adjourned.
Bye.